Hello, welcome everyone, and welcome to day 3. And we didn't put the countdown on today, but that's okay. We don't need any frills and spills. We can just roll up and, basically bring to you the magic of the Radiant Woman. Now, I made a promise that the guys could watch today too. And the reason being is because what we're about to present to you is a strategy that is utilized when you're a coach or you're in the online space and maybe you want to really bring to life your magic. So I've talked about day 1 having that magic modality, right? That magic modality that is going to showcase your royalty, to help you to stand out. And yesterday, day 2, we talked about how to stand out, how to actually magnetically attract your dream client, and what it actually takes to stand out. We also covered the very important concepts of what it takes to run a business online. And we talked about the magic of your $1 million mindset. We talked about the fact that you need a beautiful system. And we talked about the fact that you need to have a beautiful program. So as you are all calling in, just say hello and put down perhaps in the comments, say hello, and there is going to be somebody that's going to win something today. So what are they going to win? They are going to win a free portal with, oh my gosh, you guys, you'll see at the end what it's going to actually deliver. But I want to prepare you for what we're about to showcase today. And I just want to see if I am live. Let's just refresh my screen. How is everyone? Is everybody feeling good? Is everybody feeling fantastic? I see that so far we do have 4 viewers on. So I'm just keen to hear, what your magic is and, get to know a little bit about you. So I'm just going to give you a little bit of a framework about what happened. There I am. I can see myself live. That's great. Hi, Sarah. How are you? Thank you for joining. And as you guys all come in, I see you, Emma, you have already liked. And, as we actually now present to you the Radiant Woman, what I want to do is I want to let you know that there are so many different ways that you can showcase your magic. And this is another one. So what you're about to witness is going to be a demonstration that, in my experience, when I did it in a master live class going back around about 3 months ago, that brought in multiple 5 figures, that in itself says a lot. This specific strategy really worked. Now, firstly, you get the touch point of being live here with me. And I've even invited the guys to watch, because there may be some guys that want to look at different ways that you can host. And this is a very unique strategy, because what I'm about to do is show you what happened. This is a strategy that I have within my portal, but we are bringing it to you today because we had a technical glitch last week. So a lot of people missed out on the Radiant Woman. And so I'm about to showcase that for you. So now, as you watch, what I'd like you to do is I want you to just really, I want to set you up. Like, what is it going to mean for you, right, to be that high vibrational queen? If you are a man and you're watching, a king. So what's it going to be like to be able to really tap into both your feminine and masculine energy? So I've got a meditation, and I know that I have the link in day 1, and that is the feminine and the masculine energy. And these are the things you really require to be in a world-class business where you can enjoy yourself, you can have fun, you can bring your magic, you can be yourself, and you don't have to have all of the overwhelm and all of the overthinking of the moving parts, because we have that covered for you. So guys, with no further ado, I want to really frame this session. If you got your workbook, and I'm going to ask Sally to drop the workbook in the link, because even if you haven't filled it out yet, it is powerful. It's a very powerful way to look at your life. And I've also offered a session where you can bring what you have ascertained to me to the table, and we can do something brilliant. And I'm going to be offering that at the end as well. So make sure you book in your session with me. Make sure that you have got your workbook, because, guys, one thing for sure, it doesn't matter how much work you've done on yourself. It really, for you to be world-class at what you do, for you to be totally in your power, you need to be able to release yourself of the blocks. And I'm going to talk about in the Radiant Woman with the beautiful goddess Jacinta Gabrielle. She is on the red carpet. I am collaborating and representing Jacinta, and she's a very experienced healer, and she will be doing specific healing bowl sound, and I will be delivering a powerful meditation. So get yourself ready for that. That's going to be showcased right at the end, and it's only a short snippet, but it's a very powerful one. Now, as you experience this, you may be able to look at some of the things that are typical that really hold you back. And I want you to set an intention right away, right now, that if you relate to any of these things, I want you to send a message to the universe saying that I'm going to acknowledge anything that is not working for me to put me into that amazing space I want to be in my business or in my life. And I declare right now to dissolve, clear, and release as I go through this powerful sequence. So remember, the end, beautiful meditation. We're going to announce the winner to take them into a beautiful portal. And with no further ado, I'm going to share my screen and showcase the Radiant Woman as it didn't play last week here. So it's going to be right here for you now. And we'll just share that. And I will just get it started. Are you ready, everyone? Enjoy.
Are you stuck in a vicious cycle of overgiving that leaves you feeling exhausted and depleted? Do you sacrifice your happiness for the sake of everyone else? Are you doing things that you know are harmful to you and insult your soul? Are you staying in toxic relationships where you're being mistreated or disrespected? These are all examples of self-betrayal. When you betray yourself, you don't love and accept yourself for who you are. Society may have taught us that self-seeking is selfish and that martyrs are for the greater good. But here's the hard truth. It all comes down to you. Stand up for yourself and break the paralyzing pattern now. Are you ready to resurrect your power, passion, and freedom in your life?
So my name's Terry Messenger, and so what I do is I create modalities that are powerful, and really what I've done is I have placed together a whole series of different modalities that make change to people's lives. So it heals the wounds, it transforms your life, it allows you to be able to rise and activate your success. And of course, I give other coaches a signature program that allows them to stand in their power. So imagine if you have got a specific program that you want to run, or you have a specific industry or field that you're in. What we do is we cultivate something that is totally special for you.
Hi, I'm Jacinta Gabrielle, Goddess of Alchemy and Sacred Star Empress. My healing journey ignited a fire in my soul to empower and inspire women to rise. The energetic abuse that I endured ignited that fire and activated my Joan of Arc energy to fight through the mud and be rebirthed into the light. I alchemize, as a goddess of alchemy, I alchemize my pain into power and my wounds into wisdom.
I love that. That is just so, so good. So as we go through, I just want you to just allow yourself to listen to the words and see what resonates with you.
Are you suffering overwhelm and feeling under pressure, trying to make it all happen? I know that was me.
Yes, absolutely. And I know it was me as well. So this is something that so many coaches are suffering. They're suffering from the overwhelm of trying to do it all. They're under pressure. They're trying to create a program and really be outstanding in what they do. But because they are trying to battle with all the moving parts, this is where they become overwhelmed and stuck on that hamster wheel.
Are you trying to figure it all out, and as a result, you are caught up in a whirlwind of confusion?
This is also a very typical scenario, and both Jacinta and I discussed this the other day, that sometimes you can be really trying to do so many things and learn so many things that what it does is it takes away the magic of your actual power. So it's really important that you're able to be in a position where you can just release your magic to the world.
You know you have a big dream and goal inside you, and you're passionate about what you want, but it is squashed underneath the lid of your own limitations.
How many people can actually say that there are so many things you know that you could be doing in your business, right? But the fact is that there are things holding you back. There are elements that are really causing you to feel like you're telling yourself stories that are literally just holding you back from being all of who you want to be.
You have lost connection with your soul, and you have this unshakable knowing that there is something missing.
This really happens when you're in a position where you're just not really achieving what you know you can achieve. So for example, I'll just tell you a little story about myself. And that is that after I've had my children, I felt so lost. I really lost my own identity. and I felt like I was disconnected. I felt like I was so fragmented, and really what it was it was a fact that I hadn't aligned myself with my calling. But when you find your calling in life, you guys, that is when everything changes.
You're caught in the trap of being busy and you know you need to get off the hamster wheel.
Oh, yes. This hamster wheel, you guys, it's like an addiction. It's like you are moving around in a certain cycle, and that cycle just keeps on going in this repetitive pattern. So what we are talking about here is being able to do something different, because you cannot go to the next level and become that next version of yourself while you're doing the same thing as you've been doing yesterday and today.
You're frustrated and feel like a disconnected fragment of the radiant woman you desire to be.
So the radiant woman is not just about a pregnant young woman who is ready to give birth to a beautiful baby. It's also about giving birth to your God-given gift. So sometimes we have to go through the labor pains. Now, because we're all women here, we know that there's this transition, there's this pain, and it's because there is something great that is going to be on the other side. And what is a real shame is that many people don't see it as a part of the experience. But you know, any experience that you may be having, good, bad, happy or sad, even the most biggest adversities, you guys, they make for your greatest gold nuggets, because that is what really big superheroes, Wonder Woman and the goddess of alchemy and all these amazing people are made out of.
The first code we want to bring you is unconditional love.
Okay, guys, I'm just going to stop the screen share and I'm going to set you up now for the next part. Now, isn't this a little bit different? And I'm just sitting back, relaxing. I'm giving energy to you guys. And I'm asking that you say hello. Put your name down, as in just say hello, comment in the chat, because we're going to lift you up in this and we're going to harness your power. So just to set you up for the framework going forward, I'm going to continue playing the Radiant Woman in just a moment, but I would like you to harness unconditional love, your prosperity codes, your beauty codes, and all of those incredible things by actually anchoring it into your body. Now, the one that I'm going to choose for the collective group today is to raise your arms up in the air like this. And as you do it, the more you do it, and as we go through from here on in, every time we raise our arms up, we are going to embed into the subconscious, into the nervous system and every cell of your body, all the great things. So let's continue and stay tuned for the powerful high vibration meditation. I was going to say message then, but meditation coming up at the end. Okay, so this is where we are going to allow the rubber to hit the road. So unconditional love. Now, you know, when you see the image of the dove is a representation of the Holy Spirit. And the Holy Spirit is a representation of peace. And when you have peace, it is what really surpasses all understanding. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to ask you to imagine that you are just going to bring in and call in, and I want you to bring out your arms so that you are really in a position to hold your arms out. And receive. Imagine that you are receiving unconditional love. There is that beautiful dove of unconditional love, and you are taking it in. Now take a deep breath in through your nose. Raise your arms up high. Hold it and breathe out through your mouth.
We want you to know that you can become a conqueror, a trailblazer, a courageous woman. This is your magnetic beauty, like the Amazon Queen, Wonder Woman.
Absolutely. And so who do you resonate with? I know Jacinta resonates with Wonder Woman, and so many of my people also resonate with her. And I wonder if we can even open up the chat and get you to pop it in the chat. So who was your superhero growing up, or who did you really look up to? I wonder if you can write it in the chat, or if you're watching this, I want you to put it into the comments, because these figures of role models, if you notice, Wonder Woman, right? She is a woman who overcame adversity. I want you to imagine that you are your own superhero, right? You are a conqueror. Now, a conqueror is obviously a person that has to overcome adversity, right? A trailblazer is someone who has already gone through all of the things. Like, for example, the things that I know that I got stuck in on the online space. And then before I became an online coach, where I was in bricks and mortar, where I learned how to create the most epic modalities to actually transform a person from their trauma, to be able to release their pain, to be able to change their life at the speed of light. I had to go through my own trauma and my own adversity before I could call myself a trailblazer. And this is what we call courageous. So by being courageous, being willing to look at this, because for you people who are in a field and who are really wanting to become, exquisite empresses, maybe you call yourself healer, coach, artist, whatever you are in your field, this is what you require. The courage, and this courage and this energy, and you being able to even be transparent by saying that you weren't perfect. It's like, even as you've watched this show, there's been technology hiccups. And, for many of you, you can say, well, it's okay. It's okay not to get it right. Because the most important part is being able to be transparent and honest and be an absolute magnet to the world.
We want you to know that you can become an exquisite empress. You are iconic in your service. You are strong. You are independent, like Joan of Arc, who I really resonate with, her archetype.
I love that. Yes, and that is it. You can be iconic. Now, being iconic means that the people that I really love to work with are people like Jacinta. They are icons in their field. And if you're not an icon in your field, we will develop you as an icon in your field, because there's a lot of noise in the online space, you guys. It is a very busy place, and there are hundreds and thousands of people that are coaches. So to be a coach, you really need to look at whatever field you are in. This is about standing out and being iconic.
You're an icon. And when I look at this picture, I was thinking of it today just when I was going for a walk, and what struck me was that with Audrey Hepburn, she's such an empress, such an elegant empress. And I've always loved the classic quote. She has a quote that says, impossible, but I'm possible. So to me, that's really embodies what beauty is. It's how you feel about yourself. So I'd like you to repeat after me. I am embodying my codes of beauty.
Now I want you to imagine, place your hand on your heart and just really center yourself and imagine that you are dressed as a regal goddess. Imagine that you are wearing fine clothing. Imagine that every cell of your body is healed and is in ageless, timeless, molecular, phenomenal radiance. I want you to imagine that you are tapping into a moment and time in your life when you felt at your most beautiful. Whether it was a wedding day, when you were a young girl, or any time of your life. And I want you to just feel into it and imagine that you're going back to that space. And now I want you to raise your hands up in the air and say, I embody my codes of beauty. Yes!
Repeat after me. I awaken my codes of prosperity.
I awaken my codes of prosperity.
And as you feel into prosperity, what I want you to do is I want you to imagine that in your fine clothing, in your radiance, in your youthfulness, and just bringing yourself back into the most finest feeling, I want you to imagine that you are in a place. Now, this is something here on the screen that represents to me so much. It's like there's a queen in this place. It's like there is these beautiful chandeliers. I want you to feel into this and imagine that you are in this space. And I want you to place your arms up in the air and say, I awaken my codes of prosperity.
I awaken my codes of prosperity. Go, you guys!
So guys, are you ready for the red carpet experience?
Woohoo!
Jacinta, are you ready for the red carpet experience?
Oh my goddess, yes.
Yes!
The way you say that. That's so cool. Okay, guys, I want you to imagine, because this is exactly what we are doing right now. I want you to imagine that you are showcasing something that is bringing your magic to life. It is your own service. It's your God-given gift. And I want you to imagine that you are standing at the top of this stairwell. Now, as you see this beautiful, majestic staircase, I want you to imagine that you are walking down this staircase, and every step you're walking with elegance. You're walking with sophistication. You're walking like a queen. And I want you to place your hands up in the air, and I want you to just feel yourself being that regal queen. Just bring that experience into your body right now.
Come on, ladies, let's do
And
this.
ladies.
And men too, if you're watching.
Your pain can be translated into your power. and you can become a trailblazer, leading the way in your field.
And that's exactly what you can be. So if you look at anything that you have gone through, so for example, when I'm actually taking people through our portal, what is the first thing that I do? In our consultation, we are going through a transformation. We are going through your life and looking at the landmarks of your life that symbolized very significant events. They're the things that fire off those triggers in your life. They're the patterns that really create those adversities that you know are holding you back. But as just
I'm just going to pause there for a moment, guys. So we have our workbook. If you haven't got your workbook, please make sure you get it. It's a life-changing workbook with fantastic questions, and it does actually refer to the significant emotional events that can be your gold nuggets.
Jacinta says, when you translate that into your power, this is what we do. So imagine taking all your experiences and all your skill sets and all your highlights and wrapping a great big bow around it. But the fact is, guys, that in order for you to be able to translate your pain into your power, you need to acknowledge it. Now, here is something really interesting. I wonder if you can think about something that is really holding you back. Have a think about that for a moment. Have a think about a pattern that reoccurs. And I'm going to share with you a story. Now, this story is a story of a pattern that I have been running for many, many years in my life. And what happens is it's like a sneaky little devil, because what happens is it sneakily just catches up with me. And it's like an accumulation of stress when you are not actually dealing with your stress. When you are, doing things, or if you are really wanting to showcase who you are online and you're not dealing with it, right? Your patterns are actually something that you secretly, unconsciously want. Now, this may sound extremely strange, but let me give you an example by telling you about my own experience. Why would I want? What would be the purpose that I would want to be stressed, feeling anxious, being overwhelmed, being confused, or, really coming up against some things that are holding me back from being my absolute greatest self? Well, here is the unconscious plot behind why I would want that. And that is that when you hit the wall and you have an experience that really either devastates you or takes you to a place where you are not prepared to go on like that anymore, it's like in that moment, that's when I say enough is enough. You know what I do? It's like getting the slate, wiping it clean, and actually starting again.
It's the F that shiz moment, you guys. And if you have those moments where you're so pushed up against the wall, they are your greatest gold nuggets.
But see, that is where a part of me wants to have the stress. A part of me wants to have the patterns and wants to have the adversity. And the reason is because, guess what, you guys? Every single time I hit the wall and I have things that just build up until, I'm just going, I can't take this anymore. That's when my greater light self comes up. And do you know what the secret is? Letting go.
Yes.
Actually releasing and letting
Yes.
go.
Let go.
And
Let
then
go, you
renewing,
guys.
reviving, and starting again.
Yes. Yes.
Are you ready to transmute your pain into your superpower?
Woo! Yes.
I don't know about you, Jacinta, but I know that this is what Oprah Winfrey did. This is what Nelson Mandela did. This is where it doesn't matter what's ever happened to you in your life, right? When Nelson Mandela came out of jail, do you know what he said to a journalist who asked him the question, you know, how was that experience being in jail? Do you know what his answer was, Jacinta?
I'm not sure, but when you say it, I'll probably know the words.
Yes, he said it was the most blissful experience of my life. Because heaven and hell are between your ears. So, you know, when you know that everything that you are combating, everything that you feel that is going against you is happening for you. It's actually happening for you. And what we do is we transmute your pain into your superpower, and we also create it to be part of your signature program.
Let's create energetics to liberate your legacy.
Okay, who knows about energetics? Let's hear in the chat. Does anybody know
Woohoo!
what energetics is? Now, energetics, by the way, guys, is really a very advanced formula that was created in NLP, right? But it's almost like epigenetics, where you're really calling in that light into every cell of your body. And, you know, what I found is energetics is one of the most physical, spiritual, and emotional healings. And it's so powerful. So I'm going to give you a little snippet. Let's trial this out. So what I want you to do is I want you to think of an adversity that is really stopping and blocking you in your life right now. Like, what is it that is holding you back? Or you're not showing up the way that you know that you want to show up, or maybe it is in your confidence or in the way that you're actually positioning yourself in your life. It could be with your relationships, whatever it is. Have a think about that. Now, this is really an energetic memory that is living inside your body. So the question is, whereabouts is it living inside you? Now, whether it manifests as pain, actual physical pain, or emotional pain, because do you know when you have that feeling where you've got, even if you're stressed, you know, a lot of people that are not maybe as emotionally intelligent as you and I may not recognize this, but one of the things we know we need to do is really ask ourselves the right questions. What am I feeling? Whereabouts in my body am I feeling it? So if you thought about a limiting belief that is really holding you back right now, I want you to go into it and embody it. That's right. Embody it, you guys. Embody and embrace what it is. Now, if it's fear of failure, fear of success, maybe it's perfectionism, maybe it's fear of showing up, or maybe it's in your relationships. Just feel into your body. Now, as you feel into your body, what I'm going to get you to do is pull it out of your body. So let's do that. I always feel it around my solar plexus. And around just in this area, which is not quite my stomach region or my womb, but it's kind of at the low end of my chest. So I'm just going to ask you to pull it out. Now, it could be in your head, it could be in your neck, It could be anywhere. Just pull it out. Now, just imagine you're pulling it out and it is like a rope. It is now moving out of your body. And remember, this stuff hides. It moves into other parts of your physical self. So pull it all out and see it in front of you. Now, as you see it in front of you, make sure there's nothing left. Keep on just extracting it until it's literally all out. Now I want you to imagine it's moving, because symbolically it will have a life of its own. Notice in your imagination it's moving in a certain direction. But this is the part where I want you to reach out and grab it. Now, you're taking control of it, right? But you're doing it in this playfulness. Now, move it off to the other side and let it spin, 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 spin. Now, as it's spinning, you guys, this is what I want you to do. I want you to do something really magical. I want you to imagine that it's spinning, it is alchemizing, it is renewing, and it's kind of now going up. So imagine you're watching it, and then as it comes down, it manifests symbolically into your goddess, into your radiant woman, into your greatest self. So as you just allow that to come down, just notice it and notice how it looks. Notice the color, notice the symbol, and reach out. Reach out with your hands and bring it into your body, breathing in and breathe out. Excellent.
Quantum leap. Have you felt squashed under the oppression of all the moving parts, like we were saying earlier, of the online space and technology, and ready to set yourself free?
Now, guys, I wonder if you would like to put anything down in the chat, like, if you would like to ask a question, or you would like to even suggest what it is for you that you really battle with. This is going to be something that is going to be really a great time for you to do it. So put it down, because we can actually help you address it, right? So I want you to see this picture. Now, in this picture, it is a man that is obviously in the air jumping, but this is a victorious movement. And he is actually coming from a place where he was, and he is moving to the other side to where he is going. But you'll notice that in the middle of it is the gap. So I want you to think about it, right? That you are where you are on one side, and this is where you are now. But over on the other side is where you want to be. It's what you aspire to your life. It is what you dream about. It's what you want to live. It's what you want to breathe. And it's really the element of you that symbolizes your prosperity, your success, your beauty, your radiance, and all the things that you totally deserve. So as you kind of really picture that part of you, I want you to know that this is the quantum leap that you can take. Now imagine if, and this is one of the most powerful modalities that I teach coaches, I transform lives with, and that is that wherever you have been and whatever has been happening in your life, you can really address it, just as we've talked about today, looking at it from what is it doing to serve you? What is it actually creating in your life that you're actually attracting it, right? Because it's there because somehow or rather you want it. At a deep subconscious level, it's there to teach you something, right? But the fact is that by having this vision of yourself on the other side, what we can do for you is close that gap. What would that look like? What would it mean for your life? Like, what would it mean for your business? What would it mean for your radiance if you can close that gap and create that new powerful version of you?
Guys, make sure that you use your workbook for a lot of these questions as I'm going through the Radiant Woman, especially as I'm asking questions about what the limiting things that are in your life and where you want to go.
Here is the fact. Your avatar is the old version of you. Could your dream clients be praying for someone like you to come along?
This is a really interesting one, Jacinta, because so many people, they're overthinking about who's my client? How am I going to meet my client? When in actual fact, your client is a reflection of yourself. Your client is really about someone who wants what you want. They are someone who also wants to know how they can get where you are about to be or where you are now. So this is just an extremely interesting and yet very, very mysterious way of seeing the reflection that your dream client is you.
Get ready, guys.
Repeat this after me. I command riches, love, alignment, and deep connection now.
I command riches,
Okay,
love,
bring that into
alignment.
your body. And as you bring this into your body, just feel into these words that you've heard Jacinta say. Commanding in the riches. Say it out loud. I command riches. I command love. I command
love.
the alignment and the deep connection.
You are
And raise your hands up in the air and yes, put it in. Put it into your body.
Put it
That's
in
right.
every cell of your
Awesome.
body.
Well
Every
done.
cell.
Fantastic.
Are you ready to deeply receive? The Divine Feminine is all about receptivity, and it's where you open your channels to receive from the universe.
I love this. So in this picture, I was doing a retreat in Bali, and this was in the days when we could travel, and the retreats would often attract around about 15 to 20 people. And as you can see, I'm just really, really chilled out here. And, you know, this is a space where I'm in an environment where I just feel that peace. I feel that harmony, and I feel that incredible, you know, feeling that comes when you feel so aligned with yourself. So guys, now I'm going to ask if you would like to go through a meditation where we're going to bring sound bowl healing into it. Now, this was something that we had to really consider which way we were going to go about it. Obviously, to be transparent with you, we had two options. The number one option was because of the sound bowl healing, there is a vibrational energy with it, and our beautiful goddess of alchemy, Jacinta Gabrielle, is going to play this sound bowl healing. When you actually hear this vibrational energy, it's almost as if it's speaking to your spirit. It's like it is vibing within your soul. And so therefore, we were going to take this for you and play it. But then I said to the team, you know what? Let's just do this. Let's play the music, and I am going to bring golden light. So you'll see a PowerPoint with golden light. And I want you to imagine that this golden light is going to be the energy that is coming from above, and it is going to reach the crown of your head. So take it away, Jacinta. Let's have the golden light and the music. So allow yourself to relax. Take in a deep breath of new life in through your nose and hold and hold and then breathe out. Embrace yourself like a goddess of love and bring your arms around yourself and just feel this warm embrace. Raise your hands up to the universe and imagine the golden light entering through the crown of your head. Allow the energy to now move through every cell of your body. Breathe. Let's call upon your beauty codes and allow your beauty and your radiance to shine. Let's call upon your prosperity codes and open up your chakras so you can receive, radiant woman. Receive inspiration. That's right. Now repeat after me. I am rich.
I am rich.
I am divine.
I am divine.
I am radiant.
I am radiant.
I am magnetic.
I am magnetic.
And now bring your arms up and receive. And take a deep breath in through your nose. And breathe out through your mouth.
That's right.
Now center yourself into Mother Earth and just allow yourself in this short and yet exquisite experience to receive. I receive. And now come back to the present.
Come back to the present.
Bringing these codes
Bring
back
the
into your physical, emotional, and spiritual self.
health, wealth.
Well done, everyone. Well done.
Reset. Well done. And how did you enjoy that? Did everybody enjoy that beautiful meditation with the sound bowl healing? Wow. And I have my crown on my head, but it kept on kind of going a bit crooked while I was sitting. So I ended up going to the bathroom and fixing my crown and grabbing myself a drink. But now we come to the end where we have some exciting news, because Guys, obviously what this is about, it's to showcase to you, some of the exquisite elements that I cover in my world-class modalities and helping you to become an icon. But we have a winner. We have a official winner for our 2021 going into 22 queen that is going to win. And this lady, I'm going to actually firstly tell you what she is going to win. So I'm going to firstly say to you guys, I was very apprehensive about actually going forward and delivering this offer because I need to make this very, 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 very crystal clear. This is a genuine once in a lifetime. It's not a sales pitch. Those of you who know me will understand this, but this will be a first and last time that I ever offer what I'm about to offer you. But what I'm going to do is I'm just going to make it crystal clear and show you what I'm going to offer. And as we call up on the screen, our first element of what we are going to offer, and then a prize to someone who has been super committed. Actually, I think I will need to do that. So firstly, in the Radiant Woman, guys, you can come too. However, there is certain portals within that are going to be really focused on the woman, but because we've got a men's program coming up, you can join, because when you're in my portal, it is a portal, it's like a big palace, and we have different levels. So it's more of a service, and what you do is you decide which floor you are going to go on. So the first offer is that when you come into the portal, and I know this lady is going to love this because she's already asked for more. I hope I haven't given it away, but the Master Key meditations. Now, my meditations are powerful. They comprise of my modalities that I have weaved together, utilizing not just hypnosis, but neuro-linguistic programming and some of the most powerful biohacking modalities like EFT, kinesiology. And we're going to actually give you a specific meditation for each portal of your life. So the Master Key being number 1, your health, your multi-million-dollar energy. Number 2, your rich relationships. Number 3, your wealth, your prosperity codes. Number 4, your zone of genius. And number 5, your activation of success. You're going to get 5 meditations for life. So that's the first thing. You are also going to experience those singing bowls. Now, I don't know whether you recognize this, but as we did the singing bowls, Jacinta Gabrielle, beautiful goddess of alchemy, there is a vibration that actually goes through the cells of your body. So as I am bringing the meditation, and then she's bringing this beautiful, deep, nurturing sound of the healing that's vibrating, it actually will take you to the next level at the speed of light and vibrate very powerfully. So that's another element that you'll be getting in this portal. Now, the next is the creation of your potent power and prowess, wrapped up in a bow to showcase your expertise. Now, let me just go into a little bit of a snippet of detail about this. So this is where we are going to help you to put together your program that is going to really emulate your zone of genius. We will give this to you in a PowerPoint. So I'm going to ask Sally to give you the details, not now, but at the very end, which is coming up. The red carpet experience. Now, this is something that I am this is something that just seems to be part of my zone of genius, and that is bringing people's magnetism out, their deep sense of conviction out, their ability to be able to show up and come live and really have their magic brought to life. Well, we're going to do that. So that's going to be part of this portal where you get to experience these elements. You are going to have multi-dimensional healing. Now, this is going to be done by the beautiful Jacinta Gabrielle. So you're going to be getting both herself, who is a naturopath, who is a forensic healer, and of course myself, who I showcase and I put people on the red carpet, and my expertise is in creation of your programs. So it's also going to mean that I will be offering a mock-up session with you to actually give you your signature service. So imagine that, guys. I mean, some of you already know what you are offering. Some of you may have not have thought of half the things you can put together to really create a beautiful portal and an empire for yourself. Now, the value of all of this together, guys, and let me tell you, this is a once-off only, but the value is actually over 5,370. However, we are offering it for the first time and the last time. You have 48 hours. Today, the date, being the date that it is, in 2 days from right now, so look at your clocks, you have the ability to make the decision, because success loves speed. And I'm going to ask Sally to drop in the comments both the PowerPoint that's going to show you in writing what you're going to get and the dates that we're going to start. Now, regardless of the date that we're going to start, because we're going to get it all over and done within 7 days. So we'll show up and we'll give you an hour of power each and every day. Your private consultation can be done anytime you want. You can set that for January if you want to, so you can do it straight away. But we are going to roll out the magic within 7 days. So it'll be between the 5th, and now what's that? 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th. So by the 9th of December, you will have in your own portal a mastery of these powerful, potent modalities. Now the winner. Who is the winner? Now, this lady actually asked me yesterday, oh my gosh, Terry, your meditation was amazing. Can I please have one for, and she actually requested one for a specific element of her life. And you will know now who that winner is. And I would like to announce that we have the winner. Let's see, drum roll. Let's have a look and see if she's watching. Is she on? Da, 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 da. And I think she is on. If you are on, just say hello. Let's have a look. Oops. I'm just looking to see.
What I'm going to do is I want you to think of an
Okay, all right. So I wonder if she's on. So drum roll to the girl that is about to win this. Actually, she's not a girl, she's a lady, and her name is Emma Murray. So yay, let's give it up for Emma. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo-hoo. Emma, claim your prize. You know you're a busy woman. I know how busy women actually roll, and you're going to be able to do this with ease, flow, and grace. This is going to be an addition to what you have chosen. And let me tell you, your life is going to be just incredible. So we can't wait to serve you, Emma. And for the rest of you, this is never, I can promise you, we cannot do this actual price again where you opt in at those 2 payments. So get that done with. May I just give you the, I guess, the confidence, the certainty, and the ability to know that we actually secure everything through PayPal. Because your investment is important, and we like to know that you feel 100% about what you're doing. So exercise your PayPal link and get that happening, you guys. And I want to give you just so many blessings. And this is it for the Radiant Woman. This was just a 3-day pop-up masterclass. We showed and demonstrated you a little strategy that we're using. I will be doing my next masterclass next year, but I will be popping up here and there, so watch out for me. Perhaps book a call for your mock-up, because I did promise you that. So all of the videos are coming down. They'll be gone, vanished by next Friday. So they will be up for exactly 5 days, but the offer is gone within 48 hours. So that's all we got. Thank you very much, and you have a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful rest of your day.